Morning, y'all. I have been doing my research on dating, okay, and I have come to the conclusion that it sucks. It's hard. And reasons why are very unclear. But what we're going to go with for now is that men, not all, I know not all of you, most men are either, and this is quotes from my TikTok comments, annoyed or intimidated.
This might be dramatic. I'm not saying that it's not. Is anyone else just tired of dating? I literally just sat in my car for 20 minutes crying because I'm so tired of pointless conversations and meaningless interactions with people that go absolutely nowhere. And by the way, no one has hurt my feelings. Nothing has happened.
For the girls who are done dating, have you ever gotten uglier after a breakup? Not a thing. You always upgrade, you always get hotter. You always get hotter after a breakup.
The amount of women I know who have stopped dating is astronomical. They aren't even looking anymore because that's how disappointed and fed up they are with the male sex. Men, do better. The world needs more strong men. And I don't mean strong as in go...
Oh, my friends. Yep, it's that time again. Let's talk about modern dating and the women who are done dating. And what does that mean? That's the important part. What does that mean? Okay? So my friends, subscribe. Let's get straight into this. Quick one. It's going to be a juicy one today. But I think we have reached this point in the dating market where men and women have come to a standstill, like this lady said in the video. We are at stalemate because the men aren't doing it and the woman saying, I'm giving up. But we're going to examine it a little bit closer because when women say I'm giving up, that's something different, okay? That don't mean what it means to a man, all right? So let's get into a few of these videos, my friends, and just have a discussion on what's going on.
It's come to the point where being single is just a lot safer than dating, getting into a relationship, being in a situationship, or anything with anybody, because the way that these men are set up nowadays, the way that these men move about, the way that these men lie, cheat, finesse, use, abuse, mistreat, all of that, the way that they do that so openly and also without any remorse, without any care, like, what is going on? I don't understand. Like, nobody can convince me at any point right now that being in a relationship is better than being single. Nobody, because I am so at peace.
Here's the point that you ladies have to understand about what she just said. She is dating the top men out of her league. Those men have choices. Those men are not going to get tied down. That is as simple as it gets. A good average guy would gladly be a partner to her. It's not rocket science. And you're going to hear me say this quite a few times in this video because there is nothing else to say. All of you women keep gravitating towards the same guy. The guy that has no interest in settling down. The guy that's going to play you, dig out your guts, and then give you every excuse for you to stay with him and keep giving it out while he rotates you around many other girls and waste your time. Simple. The idea is you're batting way above your league, ladies.
I am going no contact with men for the next 6 months. I do not want to date at all. I'm not giving out my number. I'm not going on no dates. I don't want to get to know anyone. I'm not responding to no DMs. Bitch, if a nigga want to kidnap me for not giving him my number, take me. Okay? Like, I have never been the type of girl to do too much. Like, I ain't never touched no nigga clothes. I ain't never touched a nigga shoes. I ain't touched a nigga car. Like, nothing like that. But I really feel like the next nigga that play with me, bitch, I'm gonna do you something. So, to keep confusion down, bitch, what is this? November, December, January, February, March. Bitch, until May, don't contact me.
Yeah, that's a message to one specific guy. That's basically a shout out to one man who's burned her. She's given him an ultimatum. If it's to all men, it don't make any freaking sense. Because what you ladies don't understand, there are way more women in this world than there are men. At the end of the day, if we were to allocate one woman to one man and say you have to take this one person, there would still be a hell of a lot of women left over. But taking yourself off the market for a while is not a good strategy. And I'm going to explain why that will hurt you.
Can someone please explain to me why this generation of men wants to be chased by women? I went to a group dinner this weekend, and one of the guys at that dinner expressed interest in me. The entire night, he was complimenting me. Oh my gosh, you're so well spoken. You're so beautiful. How do you not have a boyfriend? Making some very, very big claims like, I want to take you on vacation. Let's go out of the country. I want to take you on dates. You know, basically just telling me everything I want to hear, which is, that's fine. Okay, to an extent. You know, the night continued to go well. Dinner was finished. We all went out after. It was a lot of fun. And then I went home and he followed up the next day with a text. Texted him back. After that, he didn't answer. But he continued to follow me on Instagram and started liking and commenting on some of my pictures. Like, do you really think I'm gonna fall for that? Like, you just telling me everything I want to hear and I'm gonna believe you at like face value? If you're gonna make those really big claims of you want to take me here, you want to take me there, you better book the dates and you better book the tickets. This is my point. Men are supposed to court women. That means if you're interested in a woman, you make the plans for the date, make the reservations, buy the tickets, confirm with the girl. That's your role as a man. If you think that you're gonna like dangle the carrot in my face and then pull it away and expect me to like chase behind you, that's not happening. So ladies, I would love to hear your experiences of when men thought you were gonna chase them. Because the truth of the matter is, if it's not that one, it's just someone else.
Slightly above average woman who thinks that she has countless amount of options. She obviously likes this guy enough to put out a PSA, public service announcement, putting him on blast. The reality of it is, young lady, if you like a guy and you see that he is worthy and he's a little bit slow with pulling the trigger, you better jump ahead and get to that man. Because if you identify that that's a good man, there are other women that have identified that he's a good man. So you better get your shit together, put your pride to the side, and get out there and call that guy. Hey, I thought I'd follow up. I noticed that you've been liking a lot of my pictures, but yet you won't ask me out. So that either means that you're playing with me, you were just telling me sweet nothings, you were either drunk, and you don't really want to follow up with me. But I really like you. I thought you were cool. I thought we had a great conversation. And I'm just telling you, if you're interested in going out, I'm just giving you full rein to let you know I'm available. I'm a girl that if I see something I like, I'm going to come after it. Boom. Finish. You ladies got to realize the game has changed considerably. You cannot expect men to act traditional, but you want to be modern. Women have changed the game. Those days where men chased after women, those are finish. Stop putting these videos out there going, if you think I'm gonna chase a man, yeah, you have to. Because if you wait another 3, 4, 5 years, right? You're old. You're out of the game. Because those men that you want are going to be looking for women 3, 4, 5 years younger than you. You ladies got to get your shit together. This is not a game that you can take lightly anymore. This economy coming up is going to make life very, very difficult for a lot of you. The calls are starting to come in with women now who are having problems financially. You're going to start seeing a massive uptick on TikTok of women who have lost their jobs or women who can't find jobs. We've already started seeing a few, but it's going to get significantly worse. I think I'm going to do that in my next video.
When you come off too perfect to a man, you don't gain a significant other in a relationship. You gain a distant fan. I know it sounds so confusing, but let me explain it. So you ever saw someone come outside and they was dressed very provocatively, like showing cleavage, showing stomach, showing half their boobies, showing their ass cheeks, stuff like that. And somebody was like, damn, leave something to the imagination. Like, you just showing all your skin. Like, there's nothing left to the imagination. When you come off too perfect, that's how it comes off to these men. Like, there's nothing left to the imagination. So if you can cook, if you clean, you have great sex, you have your own money, you had your own place when he met you, you're funny, you have a great personality, you have a future. If you have kids or a child, you take good care of them, they're in private school. Or if you don't have any kids, that's even coming across even more perfect. You have a really pretty face. You have a really nice body. You don't need makeup. You only wear it by choice. If you do wear weave or wigs, for my weave and wig girlies, you're never caught with a cheap wig. or a cheap weave. You got expensive weaves, or your hair is real and it's thick and long. What else? A lot of females are jealous of you. You got a lot of females wanting to be like you, and they see this. When you come across like that to a man, they're looking at it like, what's left? Where do I? They're looking at it like, where do I come in?
That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Comparing great qualities about a woman to her looking like a hoe, a streetwalker, is going to leave nothing up to the imagination. How the hell does that make sense? A hoe versus great characteristics and qualities that would make me attracted to any woman. A fit, friendly, feminine woman that is childless? Oh, man. Sign me up for that any day. A woman dressed like a hoe? I'll hit it, but I ain't marrying it. I'm not investing in it. That's rental property. One is investment property. The other one is what I rent out. One is an asset. The other one is a liability. You cannot compare these two things, lady. So please, cut the shit. Oh, man, women just have no idea what the hell they're saying.
I am currently really struggling to understand the universe's plan for me. I don't get it. It's like I have so many wonderful things that I can share with somebody else. And it seems like whenever I even get the tiniest glimpse of hope, just the tiniest, it immediately disappears. Like, oh, I went on a second date with somebody else and connected with them, and I want to try to pursue that. You were great, though. You were great. But I was just second in line, I guess. And every time I say, that's okay, because what's meant for me will find me. I truly believe that. But it's really hard to continue to stay hopeful and positive when just nothing works out. Like, nothing. And I'm not going to settle. I don't want to lower my standards or accept less than I deserve, because I would rather be alone. But my God, it's so draining. Dating is draining, and I just can't keep doing it. So at what point do you just accept being single forever? I don't know.
Ladies, number one, this idea that whatever is supposed to be is going to be is the dumbest shit anybody has ever invented, as far as a phrase is concerned. If it's coming to me, it's meant to be. What the hell did she say? I'm going to play it back, because it's just annoying when I hear women say this shit.
And every time I say, that's okay, because what's meant for me will find me. I truly believe that.
What's meant for me will find me. No, it won't. It won't. Here's the reality that you ladies have to freaking understand. Every man knows this. If I am doing something, if I am doing A, for example, and I'm getting results that I don't want, that means A isn't freaking working. You got to do B. If B doesn't freaking work, you better realize it's not what the man needs. Try C. And more than likely, based on your verbiage, I'm not going to lower my standards. And in other words, your freaking standards are outside of your reality. The delusion of what women think their standard is what's keeping all you idiots single. And you think the older you get and the more that you hold out for your standards, now you're 3, 4, 5, 8 years older, I'm supposed to be better because you went to therapy? Do you understand how ridiculous that sounds? When one thing men want is youth and fertility. You've already put it off too long. But now you're basically saying, it's okay. You're trying to console yourself, but in the meantime, you're giving other people and yourself bad advice. The best advice is, listen, I need to reevaluate. What is it that men do not find attractive about me? Let me go back to the last 5 men that I've dated and ask them honestly, listen, what about our relationship that you didn't like? Because I'm trying to understand myself a little bit better. What is it that you didn't find me marriageable? Please be honest with me. Just ask your men that. If those men are men, they would tell you. And if the men say, you just weren't my type, ask him, well, what type would you like? What is it about me that you did not like? What is your type? Because that's what men hate, to hurt women's feelings directly. Most men will just say, well, I really like you, but you're not my type, which is a contradiction. But you just say, okay, but if you like me, saying I'm not your type, that means there's something about me that you didn't like. Because if you really like, we could have proceeded with the relationship. Then the guy would have said, well, okay, so I just thought you were a little bit condescending, too bossy, too masculine. You're spoiled. Your requirements were too high. I felt that blah, blah, blah. And that is the feedback you need. That is the honest feedback you women need. But you have to take that honest feedback and say, okay, I now know. Let me approach the next relationship with all of these fixes, all of these things that I can take into consideration. And now you come with version B. If you get the man with your version B, you got to realize that this is this is what men want. This shit ain't difficult, man.
No matter how much I love myself, how much I date myself, dating is hard. Dating is exhausting. To constantly put yourself out there to just be disappointed and disappointed and disappointed and nothing to ever work out for you is so mentally, emotionally exhausting. Every time I make a video like this, people always get confused and think that I'm miserable single. That is not true. I'm very happy single. I make content on TikTok for other people to learn how to be happy alone and single. But I'm not going to neglect the fact that I don't want to be single forever. I eventually want to find someone, and to do that, I have to date. Dating sucks. To constantly feel like nothing ever works out for you is literally like a mind game, and I'm tired.
Today I was with my 16-year-old daughter, and she loves to twirl her hair. She loves looking in the mirror like any other 16-year-old. She loves the changes that her body is going through, and she loves who she's becoming. She's getting looks from men. She's tall, she's slim. She's a mixed race girl. She's above average for sure, right? But she's not a 10. And I make sure that I tell her she's not a 10. In other words, I humble my daughter. Now, a lot of you ladies are going to come at me with, oh, you shouldn't break her confidence. No. This is where the problem come in. You have to understand what is a quality that all people love about another human being. An overconfident, narcissistic woman, or a woman who's humble, a woman who actually knows her value to another person, who humbles herself, who knows that there's always room for improvement in all aspects, a woman who knows that there's someone out there more beautiful than her, more elegant than her, more graceful than her, more charming than her, more stronger than her. Humbleness, humility. These are the qualities that makes a woman ultra attractive. Ultra. There is nothing more beautiful than a woman who is stunning, who still have humble characteristics. Ask any man. If I see a beautiful woman, I said to her, oh my God, you're beautiful. You're absolutely stunning. And she says to me, thank you so much. There's always room for improvement. I'm always working on it. I'm always a work in progress. And she said it with a beautiful, cheeky smile. Oh, that's melt my heart. That shows me that this woman knows the reality of life. When I listen to these stupid women over here about, oh, I'm a 10. Oh, I'm so gorgeous. Oh, my God, I'm gorgeous. I'm beautiful. There's so many beautiful women out here, and we are all beautiful, and we are all goddesses, and blah, blah, blah. Oh, it turns your stomach. So this woman is out here dating herself. She's happy by herself, and she wants to teach all the women how to be happy alone. Yet she's trying to get out of the very thing that she's trying to teach women to be happy in. Think about the freaking. Just think about the crazy. Just think about how that sounds. Ladies, I'm gonna teach you how to be lonely and happy. So if you're lonely and happy, why would you spoil that and have someone else in your life? No, my dear. You teach women, you tell women, hey, listen, work hard on getting out of the situation that you're in. Here are the steps to get out of the situation. Not here are the steps to be happy in your situation. Tell women, humble themselves, lower their so-called standards. I hate that term. I freaking hate that term because it's not lowering your standards. It's really lower your expectations of what you can get for who you are. Because every single one of you are competing for the top 10, 20% of men. And that's not possible because you, more than likely, you are not a top 20% woman. And you know why I know that? Because you're not getting top 20% results. The top 20% women in this world are wifed up instantly. Men find them. Men are not finding you. Yeah. Let that sink in. The top 20% women are instantly picked up. I am trying to teach my daughters to be top 20% women. Humble, fit, friendly, feminine, childless. Finding a husband during junior college. Establishing a relationship with a man at that age. No more than 2 bodies. None. No more. My girls are focusing on having that first man be the only man that they're with. Because that is important to them. Their body is important.
Hi, I'm in a shitty mood because I'm a 30-year-old trying to date and it's just painful. Did you eat something? Fucker. I'm feeling rather annoyed right now. And whenever I feel annoyed, I feel like I need to pop off on something. And that something is usually TikTok. So I feel like when it comes to dating, I've been very chill and calm when it comes to...
Oh, God. 30 years old. I hope you younger women are watching this. 30 years old, alone with a freaking dog. That's going to be a lot of your lives. If you don't get your shit together early in life, this is the perfect example right here. Sitting alone at home, eating takeout food in styrofoam freaking plates, okay? With your dog trying to steal your food. Because the dog isn't disciplined enough to know that, hey, I don't put my nose in there. We have a cat. If that cat ever think about jumping up or going anywhere that he shouldn't go, he learns very quickly. That's not the thing to do. I had a dog. My dog would never sniff my food. He would never even think about coming near my food. So the undisciplined nature of this animal shows you it's been raised by a woman. Oh, man. I just want you ladies to be very aware that this is your future. And that is why I want my girls to get married very young. By the age of 24, 25, if they're not married, I would have failed as a father.
My old set of standards that I held for myself, I'm like, okay, I need what the fuck? I need really high standards. I have high standards. And I do. But I feel like with dating, I've kind of realized to calm down a little bit in certain areas where I've been so high and mighty and tight with certain things that you need to have. And I've been relaxed on that, and I'm still just not seeing or feeling how I feel I'm supposed to be feeling, and it's just kind of upsetting because I'm okay, not that I'm lowering my standards, I just feel I'm opening up a little bit more and growing up, realizing that maybe certain things that I used to think were negatives are actually positives, and I don't know how to navigate it. I'm in this weird limbo of trying to grow, trying to learn, and
you know what growing up would be? Get rid of the freaking Wolverine nails. Stop spending money on stupid shit. Learn to cook, because obviously you can't. Because one of the simplest meals is for you to actually cook what you have in front of you. Steam that broccoli, easily marinate some of that beef that you have, the beef and broccoli, and easily throw some of those noodles in a pot with a bit of sauce. And you could have easily wrestled that up. But no, you're single, you're 30, you got a dog, you're overspending on takeout food, nails, makeup, and freaking you. It's a dismal life for a lot of you ladies, man. But you don't understand. It's an easy fix. You don't have to be sitting here in a shitty mood.
This is for my single girls who are waiting for God to send their husband. Let me tell y'all what I just had to do today. But I've been meaning to do it, but today was the day. I know some of us have that one person or maybe two or maybe a couple stragglers, you really don't want to be with them. They fit certain criteria, but you just know it's just something that this is not the person God wants you to marry, but you haven't called it quits. You probably don't talk on the phone with them every day, but you have conversations with them. You entertain the situation from time and time again.
God, the great matchmaker. How do you know that God haven't sent you all of these men just orbiting around you and you're not picking any of them? You're defying God's rules. How do you know the difference? Or it's simply that you are waiting for that perfect guy because your standards are ridiculous. And even though, like all reality, each and every single one of these men that you have orbiting constantly around you, that would gladly love you and give you a good life, good, comfortable life. Nothing outrageous, no riches, but they're good men. They all have qualities. But because there's not one guy that have all 300 of the qualities that you require, you think that he's not that perfect guy. And so you keep waiting. You keep waiting. You keep getting older and older, more crabby, more miserable, still throwing your body left, right, and center, dating here, dating there, making TikTok videos. As time slips by, and one after another, one of your orbiters will find another woman. And you're upset every time one of them slip away. Until you get to that point where you're going, oh my God, there's no more men. And then you're still on TikTok talking about, oh my God, I'm 40 and this dating market is crazy, guys. This dating market is crazy. Yeah, that's going to be you. Look at the men that are around you, lady. Realize that you're not going to get a perfect guy. That's not going to happen. I've been with my dear wife 22 years. From day one, I knew that she wasn't 100% of what I wanted, but it was enough because I understood that there's no such thing as a perfect woman. We like to tell women this shit. You're perfect for me. No, fuck no. We know that none of these women are perfect, but we know what good enough is. We know what we could work with. I know that she wasn't going to drive me crazy enough to friggin' just ruin my life. I knew that. So I looked for the basics. I looked for what was important. I knew that she would make a great mother to my kids. I knew that she wasn't lazy. I knew that she was agreeable. She was fit, friendly, feminine, sometimes agreeable, and childless. Oh, and we should add another one. She wasn't broke. She had no debt. Okay? So those things were important for me. So the minor things I could overlook. I could work with that. That's okay. I didn't look for perfection. Men rarely look for perfection. You shouldn't either, my dear. Okay? So, my friends, I'm going to lock it off. I think I've crammed enough information into these videos to give you guys a lot of help for you to go out in this world and actually find a man. Because the idea that you think that you're going to wait to find this perfect guy, the idea that you are not going to lower your standards, there's no such thing as standards. There is this good enough? Is he honest? Is he hardworking? Does he respect me? Is he a good leader? Can I follow his lead? Do I think he's going to make a good father to our kids? Does he take drugs? If he doesn't take any drugs, he don't do any alcohol? Listen, man, grab that man. Pick that shit up fast. Say, you throw all the hints that you can about, hey, man, I'm willing to work with you. Here's what I'm bringing to you. That's how you have to address men these days, ladies. So, gentlemen, send this video out to as many women as you know. Try to get women to understand this concept about relationships. Because gone are the days when men are running after women. Men have given up. There's no benefit to marriage to men these days. But if women want at least a relationship where she can work with a man together to get through life, this is it. This is the best we can do. And until the divorce laws change, or, gentlemen, until you secure your money behind a trust with an alimony agreement, then don't get married. But if you can do those two things, my friends, by all means, go for it. Okay, so, my friends, thank you so much for staying to the end. Book a session if you need any help. Pick up my Content Creators Toolkit. And, of course, join our membership system. So, until tomorrow, remember, my friends, whenever in doubt, always, always ask an older man. And see you soon. Cheers.